Hey guys, what's up? It's Pixelade here, and welcome back to another Sims 4 news and info video, another speculation video for you guys here, and I'm with Sophisticated Simmer, one of my close YouTube friends. Say hello.
Hey!
And today we're going to be talking about what Sim Guru Grant has posted on Twitter. So earlier tonight, I'm sorry I could not have gotten this up sooner for you guys. I was at work, but of course, as soon as I got home, I am filming this right now for you. He tweeted, "Let's do a poll. Which life state that isn't currently in The Sims 4 would you want?" We're going to do 2 different polls, each 1 day long, and then we'll do a final round with a third poll, like a tournament bracket vote. So the options were werewolves, fairies, witches, and genie. So make sure you guys go vote on this poll. I will put a link to his tweet down in the comment section below. It should be pinned. It'll be the first comment that you see at the top. Please go vote because all of your votes count and all of your votes will be influenced into what I'm assuming is the next supernatural game pack. So what do you have to say about this, Sophie?
If Werewolves doesn't win, I'm gonna come for each of you individually. If y'all make witches win, I have a horrible past with witches and I don't want them to win. I was in a little show that you may know as a giant meme called Shrek. Yes, that was a musical and that is a musical. I own the costume still at my house and I'm going to one day burn it.
But anyways, guys, I want to know what you guys are most excited for. Please put down in the comment section below which supernatural you are excited for. Yes, I want all of them in my game, but it's obvious at this point that these are going to be separated into different game packs, and I'm kind of happy that they're doing that because they did it with vampires, and vampires was honestly amazing. It was the best vampires we've ever had, honestly, because they took them out and made them into their own pack. That's why if we get our own pack for witches, they're going to be the best witches we've ever had. If we get our own pack for werewolves and fairies, all that stuff, I really hope that they do that and they go that route. That way we get awesome packs with awesome features, like a lot of create a sim, build buy stuff, and they really get the focus on each individual one. And if we end up having all of them, they're probably gonna like interact with each other like awesome ways. So that's one thing that I'm really excited about. But basically, I have captured several tweets from other community simmers, and we're gonna be talking about those as well. So if I can pull those up here, the first one that I got was from Zistel. I know I've put her in my video, and I seriously love her so much. I love you, Alice. But anyways, so werewolves and witches are very hard to choose from. I think having the curse every full moon, my sim turning into a werewolf would be pretty cool, and we'd have to fill our urges. On another note, witches would fit really nice with gardening and potions, which it is.
Well, something that I can add on with the whole individual packs, a lot of people are saying like, oh my gosh, The Sims 4 is ending. The gurus have said a bajillion times that no, this is not the end of the franchise. It's going to take longer to make things, and they don't want to just go automatically to The Sims 5. The Sims 4 has so much more to tell. But like Matt said, there's tons of new building objects and cast objects.
So just imagine how awesome your game is going to be if you prefer supernaturals, if you have all of them. Like, it's going to be like 5 expansion packs. It's going to be so much stuff to play with, and that's why I totally live for them dividing things up like this in game packs. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Yes, it's going to cost money, and I know there's going to be a lot of issues with this, especially for players that don't have a lot of money. You're spending more money and you're getting more features, so in a way it's worth it, you know? And Josh Middleton on Twitter tweeted, "If you do add witches, you better add the fire blast interaction because that was my favorite from The Sims 3. How I loved and still love now and again fire blasting Sims houses. I had a major glitch years ago when I set fire to a house and killed a toddler." Josh, I am so done with you. That is hilarious. But this brings us to our next question. Put down in the comment section below, what kind of features do you want to see with whatever supernatural wins this poll? So for example, if witches win, what kind of features and interactions and gameplay, you know, aspects do you want to see brought out in this game pack? Is there anything specific that you're looking for? Is there anything specific that you're not looking for that you don't want to see? Let me know. I would love to have more discussions with you guys down in the comment section below.
So if witches were to win this poll, which obviously it looks like it's going to, I think potions would be really cool. I don't know what was in Supernatural in The Sims 3. I don't know what stuff was added. Yeah, I think potions would be cool. Like I have no idea what's in The Sims 3, so I think that's a trademark of a witch. Also, like flying on broomsticks would be pretty lit.
That was another thing. They had like a broomstick like lot that you could actually fly around in. It was really cool. But I want that to be like a permanent mode of transportation where you don't just hover off the ground. You literally go into the air.
Like you fly. Like if they're not gonna add cars, like at least add like broomsticks so witches can fly. Like
right. And oh my god,
pretty cool.
Another huge thing. They better make supernatural so that you can turn them off, because I hate, like if I'm playing a save where I want like a realistic household, I hate having supernaturals pop up.
I wish there's an option for vampires, because like I hate when I'm trying to have, like he says, a realistic thing and then Vlad just walks his way in.
It's always Vlad. He always comes up to my house and I'm just like, go away.
I've had him, it's him every time, and I've had Caleb once. And then every other time it's just Vlad. I literally have MC Command Center and I make him leave before he can do it. Like, I'm done with him. I can't handle it. So that would be a great option to have to turn it off, like a toggle button or something.
Because I remember in The Sims 3 Supernatural, the zombies would constantly pop up and walk around in the middle of the night, and I'll just be playing like my realistic house and my realistic world and everything, and I'll just be like, can you like go away? This is not The Walking Dead. Okay, so Max Playground on Twitter tweeted at SimGuru Grant, I would love fairies, but I'd be so interested to see what kind of gameplay would come with witches. I didn't explore it too much in The Sims 3, but I know it was super expansive and really cool. Fairies are amazing and cutesy, but I love the idea of being able to do darker gameplay, and I love that. But let's talk about fairies. We've talked a lot about witches, a little bit about werewolves, and none about fairies. What kind of features do you guys want to see with fairies? I remember in The Sims 3 Supernatural, they had the little fairy house. It was cute, but there really wasn't like much you could do with it. I want to see that, but expanded out more if they end up doing like a game pack for fairies.
Of course, we don't have like height or anything, but I think that it would be cool, like if they could make them shorter or more petite somehow, because
yeah, like, they were the same size in The Sims 3, and it was just like, what?
A bit different.
Yeah.
Because a fairy is something that is smaller, that you see, like, and even like you see Tinkerbell, like in Disney, you know, she's so small that she can't even talk, like she, you know. So I think a size difference would be really cool if they were able to incorporate that.
This next tweet comes from Olivia, and I am on board with what she's saying. She tweeted, am I the only one who doesn't really care for the supernatural things? I know it's really popular though, so I hope people get what they want. And I agree with that. I really want this pack to come out because I want everyone to be happy. I want this pack to come out for them. But me personally, I just don't care for it. It's not my type of gameplay, but I'm not the type of person that's going to say that my opinion is the only opinion and I'm right and no one else is right. I'm not like that. Exactly. Everyone else has their own preference, their own gameplay, you know, opinions and stuff, and I really want this pack to come out because I want to see what kind of like creative sim stuff is in there too. My regular sims might wear some of that stuff, but I'm more on her side with, you know, I don't care for it too much.
I can easily say that I hardly use the vampire game pack as like the features in game. I stick to the creative sim items and stuff because how I play the game is I want everything very realistic. That's my mindset when I play the game. I don't enjoy as much playing Supernatural. Am I super excited for it? Yes, because it's going to have a lot more diversity to the game if I'm just like one day, hey, I want to take a break from this and I want to do this. And it also gives this huge thing for all of the people that love the supernatural things. To people who don't want supernatural, kind of just can avoid it and take the benefits of the stuff in Creative Sim and build and buy mode. That's a huge asset of the game. Other people are super happy about this, so let them live, let them be excited. It's going to be super awesome to just see it in your game, even if you don't play with it. It's going to be super cool to see. Like, how cool are that werewolves and witches and other life forms in The Sims? It's going to be great.
Just to add to that, as much as I don't enjoy playing with those types of things, they're adding fantasy aspects to a fantasy game, so it's just going to go so well together, honestly. So, surprise bitch on Twitter tweeted, they're splitting them up like vampires so they can dedicate a whole pack to one occult. I used to hate that idea before I actually played vampires and realized that they're the best vampires we've ever had. And I talked about this a little bit earlier, and I wanted to put this tweet up because this is another important thing. A lot of simmers don't realize this. They're quick to say, oh, EA is trying to milk us of our pennies, and you know, these packs are too expensive. And I understand that people can feel like that, and everyone has the right to feel like that, especially because we're consumers, we're spending our hard-earned money on these games, and sometimes, honestly, it does feel like that. But when you really think about it, they're basically taking certain features out of an expansion pack, and they're like elaborating more on them and giving us more with those features. Like, in a way, we're not really losing gameplay, we're just getting more like smaller details with it, if that makes sense. Oh my god, another thing that I want to talk about are the fairy ears and wings. Like, what are your expectations on that? Put that down in the comment section below, because that is another big thing. I loved the fairies in The Sims 3, just by the way that their wings were, how you could customize the shape and the color. Like, that was cool. But that's another thing that I'm concerned about, because if we have, you know, fairy wings in The Sims 4, because there's no creative style, it's going to be very limited unless they add some type of color wheel or something. You know, there just aren't many options for us to choose from. So Merman Simmer on Twitter tweeted a picture of a mermaid from The Sims 3, and I see you, I see what you're doing. You're slipping it in there to make it known that we want mermaids. And I know a lot of you guys want mermaids, and I hope that we get mermaids, but I only hope that we get them with some type of beach world that we could like swim in the ocean. That way that they really make sense, because who wants to have a mermaid and then have them swim in a freaking backyard pool? That's lame. I want to have mermaids and mermen swim in oceans. Like, that would just be so cool. And technically, I guess mermaids are considered supernatural in a way, I guess, or maybe like an occult.
Are.
I guess they are.
They are actually considered supernatural.
Oh my god, imagine getting The Sims 4 mermaids and we get like a billion
I'd die.
things. That would be actually pretty fun. I would do a let's play.
Me too. Werewolves are my favorite out of the things that Grant listed, but supernatural wise, my favorite would be a mermaid. Like, I would love to see that in game.
And last but definitely not least, Broeke on Twitter tweeted at SimGuru Grant, could we eventually have all of them? Would this poll define your priorities for new supernatural game packs, or would it define what supernatural life states would and wouldn't make it into The Sims 4? This poll is making me ask a lot of questions, and I didn't think about that because, you know, the lower voted ones like Genie and Werewolf, which were the last two, what if those two end up not coming into the game at all, especially because we only have a few years left, and I doubt they're going to dedicate the rest of the game packs for this franchise, or not for this franchise, but the rest of the game packs for this particular series. I doubt that the rest of them are going to be for Supernatural, so he's probably going to pick one or two, honestly, but then it kind of won't feel complete in a way, because then you want the other ones, you know?
It'll be something that they really have to pick down to the nitty-gritty of really what do people want to see in the game.
But anyways, that is pretty much going to wrap up this video. I wanted to bring Sophie on here just so we could have a little discussion about this to see, you know, just to kind of share what our opinions were. And now it's your turn. I want to know what you guys want. What are you looking for in this game? What kind of supernaturals do you want to see added? What kind of features do you want to see with those supernaturals? Put all that stuff down. Let us know. Yes, please let us know. Spam the comment section. And of course, read the comments, read what each other is saying, thumbs up comments, so that I can see what's really popular, what you guys really want, and of course what you guys don't really want. So as always, if you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and give it a huge thumbs up and add it to your favorites. Subscribe to become a Pixelator today, and ding the little bell next to the subscribe button, and you will be notified whenever I upload any type of new video for you guys. That could be a news and info video, LP, mod review, speed building video, create a sim, anything like that. And I will see you all in my next video. From me and Sophie, we are out. Bye, guys.
Bye.